I didn't really think that I'd be making this video, if I'm being honest. I feel like this is going to be a very vulnerable video about kind of where I am in life right now, what I've been feeling on a day-to-day basis for the past, week and a half. And I don't know, I'm a little scared to post this if I'm being quite honest, but you know what? I think the purpose of this YouTube was to document kind of my life and hopefully show this to my future kids, show them the life that their dad went through and the trials and tribulations he faced and how he overcame them. And excuse my face, I just woke up like 30 minutes ago, and I'm just like itching to talk about this and get it off my chest. But honestly, I feel lost. I feel helpless. I feel so empty inside and overwhelmed with this sensation of like I'm not where I want to be in life. It makes me feel so horrible inside, like I'm stupid, like I don't know what I'm doing. And the truth is, that's what it feels like. That's what it seems like for sure. Because over the past couple of months, I thought that I knew myself enough to the point where I can stick to something long term. And I just there's been so many things that have happened in my life recently, and things have just been compiling itself on top of each other. And it's also Ramadan. I am Muslim. I am, partaking in Ramadan. I am fasting at the moment, and I want to say a bit of it is due to Ramadan, and not because of Ramadan itself, but just the aspect of fasting is kind of draining me and not giving me the energy sustenance that I need. Like I can't really pinpoint if it's just a lack of energy that I'm feeling, because there definitely is a lack of energy, but I don't know if that correlates to because I'm fasting, because it's taken a huge emotional toll on me, just like not having the energy to like be happy. Like I'm just not happy. I feel so. I don't want to say sad. I don't think that's the right word to describe what I'm feeling, but to make it more descriptive to you, it's like this, this feeling of like you're supposed to be doing something and you're trying your best to do something, but there's things that keep getting in the way from preventing you from doing it, and it makes you feel so anxious. And then because you're putting it off for so long, it makes you feel so empty, because you should have been doing it or you could have done it sooner, and now you haven't done it, and now you're trying to start again, and now it's like I'm only getting older. I'm 23, and that's what makes me feel even worse. I feel like I'm so far behind of everybody in life. And truth be told, comparison truly is the thief of joy, because there have been moments where I've made accomplishments and then I'm like, yeah, but I'm making this at this age. Well, other people made it at like 2 years younger than me. That's the worst feeling that there is, if I'm being honest. And for more, I guess, clarity on how I'm gonna go about this video, I think like the back half of this video, the second half, I'm gonna kind of talk a little bit about what I'm trying to do to get better, to feel better, to do better. But right now, like I woke up today, and the feeling that I felt like, I gotta like go through this day again, doing what I'm doing right now in an attempt to make some money. Well, ultimately trying to focus on my dream of being having an online brand and being able to help other people. I gotta help myself before I can ever help anybody, right? And I woke up and I felt this draining, like, like I gotta do this again. I know like this is not long term what I want to do, because right now I do work in high ticket sales, and granted, I do enjoy working in sales 100%. But deep down, I know that my goal is to not work, in sales forever under somebody else's offer, somebody else's company, other than my own. I envision this dream where I can help other people, build themselves up physically, mentally, emotionally, clearly envision their dreams. And that's my dream. Like I know what my dream is. I just I hate to say this because these people I despise the most, but it comes off as if I'm playing the victim mentality when I listen to it back in my head. But that's really not the case, because I'm admitting to the fact that, yeah, truthfully, it's the situation right now in my life where I'm constantly helping my parents, which I don't mind at all. Let's just get that clear. Like, I love my family, I love my parents, and I'm helping them where, you know, in the family business. And as much as I love doing that, it's, it takes away time from my day, right? It's like, I got back from college last year for more context, and I lived there on my own. I was living solo, living in my dorm, had my own like little apartment, and honestly, that was the happiest I felt because I was isolated. I was on my own. I was living my own world, my own life. It felt the best. I felt happy. I was able to focus on any one thing that I wanted to with my entire focus and entire bit of energy. And now I just I feel like I've backstepped like 100 steps, since graduation because now I'm stuck home, and obviously I want to move out. Obviously I want to move out, but that's just not all that realistic, especially if you live in a South Asian household. Like, you understand that like the priorities that you have in a South Asian household are not always the same as like everyone else. There's this like need for you to be. I'm the oldest. I'm the only son, and I need to take care of my family. I need to be there for my family and help them. I can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna get another. I want to get an apartment of my own. And I do, and I will once I have sustainable income to actually get an apartment. But until then, this year, people talk about how 2026 is going to be the year, and it is going to be the year, but I'm not going to lie to you. I'm having a really rough start to the year, and I was anticipating that it would be because there's so many hurdles that I have to bear through, and I look so chopped right now because I have not been taking care of myself, if I'm being honest, too. Like, I have been so careless about my appearance. Like, my drive for like life has been decreased dramatically, and I don't know. I just feel I just feel so miserable. Now with that said, like I was saying, like these barriers that I see, the barriers that I have to face, the barriers that I'm facing right now in life are just hurdles that I have to overcome. They're testing me and my mental ability to overcome them. Do I really want to like live the life that I want to live? Do I really want those dreams? Do I really want to chase it? There's just these moments in life where you're gonna be tested so hard, and like shit is gonna hit the fan. Like, things are gonna go bad. Things are gonna start falling apart. Things are gonna start failing, and it's moments like these where people end up giving up on everything, and they're just like, what, I want to do the easy route. I want to sleep in. I want to just get a comfortable job. I want to just be able to feel the happiness that I feel with the stability that comes with, you know, going the route of the norm, so to speak. And I'm not gonna be that kind of guy. I've been trying to succeed in business for years and years and years now, and I still haven't. That should tell you something about what it takes to be successful in life, right? Like, you need to be relentless. This is a relentless pursuit of happiness. I swear this is like a quote in a song that I heard before, relentless pursuit of happiness. I don't know where, maybe J. Cole or something. But this video isn't meant to be some sobby ass story, if I'm being honest. This is just for me to tell you guys, like, yo, this is genuinely kind of what's going on through my head right now. Like, I went to sleep last night and I was almost like, yo, I do not want to go through the same day that I had yesterday. I don't want to keep going through the sales calls all day long. Yeah, because I know long term that's not what I want to do, and I feel like I'm the type of person where if there's anything that doesn't line up what the goal is long term, then I don't want to do it. But the thing is, you have to make the sacrifice in the present, move yourself forward, right? Take a big step back to move 10 steps further, as the saying goes. And I'm just like, it's 8:23 a.m. right now, and I'm just thinking about, okay, once I'm off this call, I gotta get back on like duty and do what I gotta do. But as of late, it's been really tough on me because for me, I'm the guy I'm more of a hermit, when it comes to my life, right? I kind of stay to myself, exist within my own world, so to speak, where like no one really ever knows what I'm going through. That's kind of what I mean by that. And I'm just trying to make things work. And I'm just trying so hard, but I know that I just have to keep going through this for the next, I don't know, next month, next couple months, really. There's a repetitive loop of things that I don't want to do to get to where I want to get to. But even then, I feel like this loop is just gonna keep pushing my goal further and further back. Like I don't want to be 24 and not at least making like $30,000 a month. You know, like at that point, I'd feel so helpless in life and hopeless, and I would just like not even know like what's even the point of life at that point. Genuinely, I just feel like this empty. This it's just this like empty gate, empty hole that is like draining the life force out of me. And I think my biggest goal right now is to just fix myself within, find things that can bring my energy back up. Switching out, well, improving my diet significantly is a big part, but that's gonna come with Ramadan ending, taking higher quality supplements, eating higher quality foods, going back to the gym consistently, and actually doing the reps that I need to build my brand, posting on Instagram, posting on YouTube more consistently. I just want to stop feeling this innate, I don't even know if that's the right word, but this innate feeling of like despair, like I want to like rip my soul out of my body and like rip it in half. I don't even know what that means, but maybe you understand what I mean by that. But I don't know. I'm not depressed, or maybe I am. I don't really know. But I'm just in a big emotional low, and I've been feeling like this for a while. And I'm just trying to figure out how to go about actually overcoming this. And but yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. I don't know if there was any value in this video except for me just being honest with you guys, but hopefully you guys found something worth taking note of, something you can apply to your life. Just don't apply the sadness part of it.